All right, y'all, we're getting ready to get started. Raw was only 2 hours, and it's gonna be that way until January of 2025, and that is when we will get Raw back to 3 hours. If I recall, they said they made this announcement. So we're gonna start off the show like we normally would. Okay, Raw being 2 hours felt so weird. You know what I'm saying? Feels weird to go off like this. It's like, oh my god, are we really done for the night? Like, I have so much left to do now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. What am I supposed to do? Anywhoosies. Top commenter of the day. Hold tight, y'all. Hold on. All right. So let's get into it. Top commenter of the day goes to Eli. He was already ready to roll as the number one commenter. Then Donnie gets number two. Kayla gets three. And we will give the fourth comment to Aaliyah, since she was the fourth person to come in. So shout out to y'all for being my top commenters of the day. And if you want to be top commenter of the day, get a shout out. You either need to be a member so you can get your shout out automatically, or make sure you are the first of the 5 top commenters in the comment section, and I will make sure that you get acknowledged as the top commenter of the day. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday Night Raw. And Monday Night Raw went by pretty fast. It was pretty simple. There were 3 matches that were booked and billed as the lead out matches of this show. So let's get into that. But first, we must talk about a little bit of, we have to pay a little bit of bills, if that makes sense. Okay. Just a little tiny bit. Okay. First things first. The show opened up with CM Punk. He was there, battered, banged up, and bruised, but he was there nonetheless. CM Punk made sure he gave an impassioned speech, and that speech basically rested on the fact that he didn't know if he was going to be able to return, but he knew that he was grateful for all his fans. He's grateful for all his haters, and he is grateful for his peers in the back and the mutual respect that they all have for each other, whether they like each other or not. He made that very clear. He also talked about how, he says he wants to come back and he's eager to, but he's not sure if that is going to be in the cards. It's just going to be a day-by-day thing. Me personally, I think CM Punk will recover just fine. It's going to take him a little bit longer to recover, but he will recover nonetheless. And he will be back more than likely by sometime after Survivor Series, somewhere around that Royal Rumble start is when you're going to start to see CM Punk. More than likely early January is when he will return and rear his head and begin his fight again to go to the top of WrestleMania, which, that's always a goal for a lot of people. In the midst of all of that, CM Punk was low-key interrupted by one of his greatest adversaries in Seth freaking Rollins. Now, Seth didn't say much to CM Punk. He kind of pushed past him and shoulder bumped him a bit. And he knows CM Punk can't fight him back or do anything. So that was a low-key messed up, Seth. I ain't even gonna lie. But anyways, as he progressed to the ring, he made it very clear why he was there. And he said, number one, that Monday Night Raw is always going to be his show. So, of course, when he comes back, this is going to be his stop. He did mention Cody Rhodes teaming up with one of his greatest adversaries in Roman Reigns and the attack from one of his former foes in Kevin Owens. But he said that they weren't allowed to talk about that. They weren't supposed to talk about it, so he's not going to touch on it. But he did see it. He basically told Cody, like, I'm watching you, bitch. I'm watching you. But anyways, as the show progressed on, Seth Rollins also made it very clear that he was not taking Bronson Reed lightly at all. In fact, he knows what Bronson Reed wants, so he's going to give it to him. And he told Bronson Reed to look him in his eyes because he know he wasn't there. And he said, I know you're watching at home. And you look me in the eyes, big boy. He said, you wanted to have your 15 minutes of fame. Well, you got it. He said, it's going to be me versus you. You name the time and the place, and I'm going to kick your ass wherever you want to go. So, Seth made his speech, and then he tried to get everybody to sing his song. And that's when Jey Uso's music hit. Because Jey Uso had a match tonight. Jey Uso went up against Xavier Woods. And as he came out there, this was at the end of Seth Rollins', orchestra, okay? But as we all know, Seth Rollins is not a fan of being interrupted. So when Jey Uso came out there and stood in front of him with his brand new spanking new belt, Seth seemed a little perturbed. He seemed a little disrespected, a little ticked off. Yeah? Now, y'all know me, and my observation skills are pretty keen. They're pretty keen. They're pretty spot on, yeah? So, I suggest, or I think that in the very near future, Seth is going to test those Jey Uso waters really soon. Maybe not as quickly as we want to, but they're going to be tested nonetheless. Now, Jey Uso had a match with Xavier Woods. This match was a gift from Xavier Woods' brother and Kofi Kingston. You see, Kofi was offered the match, and Kofi felt like Xavier deserved to have a true opportunity at a singles title of his own. And because Xavier was so confident that he could beat Jey Uso, I believe that he allowed his overconfidence to overshadow his judgment and the assessment of the ability of him to compete against Jey Uso in this current version of Jey Uso. Okay? Now we off at 10. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Sexy Red was there. She did open the show for Monday Night Raw, if you care. Anyways, these two had a decent matchup. It wasn't bad. It wasn't sensational, but it was a decent matchup nonetheless. Now, unfortunately for Xavier Woods, Xavier came up short. And as they usually do, when there's a mutual respect between the competitors, they decided to give each other their dap it up. And Kofi gave dap to Jay, but Xavier wasn't feeling that. Xavier was like, he won. Good for him. I'm not finna fucking dap him up like he's some goddamn hero or something. And I was like, don't be mad because you lost, Xavier. You should have known better. I'm not saying you should have stayed in your lane. I'm just saying you should have known better. Okay? Anyways, they had their match. Xavier didn't win. He seemed to be in his feelings. Now, in the midst of this, Jey Uso got attacked, okay? By none other than Brian Breaker. You see, Brian Breaker, I told y'all that little orange Oompa Loompa bitch was not trying to be Jey Uso's friend, nor was he turning face. I know a weasel when I see one, and that orange motherfucker is a weasel, okay? His bitch ice was mad that he lost that match, and everybody is all on Team Jey. So this week, he decided to blindside the man and attack him with a spear. Oh, my computer not plugged up. Not only did he spear him, he speared Kofi, and then he turned around and he speared Xavier. So Xavier was trying to keep Kofi from getting involved in the match. But because Kofi can't help but to get involved, when he sees somebody in trouble, Kofi is just a good dude at his core, and he was trying to help. Xavier was like, we need to mind our business. That's their own shit. Let them do what they doing. And to a certain extent, I low-key agree with Xavier because this was a fight that didn't have to happen between Kofi and Brian Breaker. It just didn't. And involving themselves in it added extra stress and extra unnecessary battles with people that Kofi and Xavier don't really need right now. They need to be focusing on maintaining the New Day until it implodes, because right around November is when New Day has their anniversary, and I guarantee you that they're going to implode around that time. That's when the New Day is going to officially come to a bitter end, and it's going to be hella painful for a lot of people. I can guarantee that. But moving on, ladies and gents, Brian Breaker stood tall holding this Intercontinental Championship above his head. Now, this led me to believe that more than likely, Brian Breaker is going to face off against Jey Uso at Crown Jewel, which I'm not mad about. I just want Jey Uso to retain his title and Brian Breaker can move on to something else, okay? Now, we had some vignette fillers in the back, okay? We're going to talk about all of it. All of it. Hello, how are you doing? Lately, it's been a lot of gotcha bitch going on, right? Oh man, the little 12-year-old are gonna be so crushed. They are, but it is what it is, unfortunately. And I think it's time. I'm not mad at it. It's time for Xavier to do something new. It's time for Kofi to do something new. It's not the way I would have done it. I would have let them turn heel together, but they want to go their separate ways. And I mean, Triple H has a different plan. So if that's the case, then let's see what Uncle Trip got going. You know what I'm saying? He has proven that he can be trusted. So let's see what Uncle Trip got going, right? All right. So let's talk about some of the vignettes. Rhea Ripley cut a promo this week, and Rhea Ripley was basically like, bitch, only thing you did was prove that your punk ass can't beat me without no help. And she was like, and that's cool. You went and recruited another bitch that I need to whoop down again. She was like, so if you want me to go through both of y'all, I'm all for that. You named the place, the time, or whatever. But she said all you did was solidify me another chance at getting that championship. And I'm gonna collect. So I was like, okay, Rhea, cool. So then Raquel, the bitch, and Raquel was riding bitch in the car, and she was driving around Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan, which I was sitting here like, now I told y'all that hoe was gonna end up being a flunky again, didn't I? Ain't that what I told you? Now the last time we saw Raquel being a flunky, she was Dakota Kai's flunky. Okay. Now she running around being Liv Morgan's flunky. Now I don't know about y'all, but me personally, right? If I'm going to, I'm not mad at Raquel. Let me make this very clear. I'm not mad at Raquel because Raquel is owed a receipt from Rhea. She is owed two, in fact, if we're being fair, okay? Not because she couldn't beat Rhea, but because most of the time when Raquel was going up against Rhea, there was one match where Dom did interfere, and then the other match was when Nia Jax interfered and cost her the opportunity. There was another one, but I can't remember how that one went down. But she is owed a receipt from Rhea because not only are those things credited to Rhea Ripley, but Rhea has also incessantly attacked her as well. So whatever Raquel got going on to go at Rhea Ripley, I don't have no issues with that. Do you? What I have a problem with though is you being Liv Morgan's bitch. That don't work for me at all. And I don't mean it in a good way, like, yo, that's my bitch right there. No, you're being a bitch. You're a flunky. You have downgraded to a sidekick, sis. In what world do that make sense? Now, I get it. She's my friend. We were friends. My friend got taken out by my biggest enemy. Then my enemy took me out. I ain't had an opportunity to get no get back. Now I got get back. I'm going to be my friend. But we supposed to be equals. Why am I driving you around? And you in the back with a motherfucker who cost me a championship? You out here chumming it with this no dick bitch. And you supposed to be my girl. We supposed to be cool. See, this is what I'm talking about. The logic of it don't make sense. The math not mathing. Okay? Because regardless of what you talking about, okay? Regardless of what you talking about, nothing about that makes any sense to me. Because even as a heel, none of y'all would do that. None of y'all. Unless, and the only way this would make sense is if Raquel is just buying her time to be able to take Liv Morgan out herself. Which, okay, but even even in the half bakedness of it, it just don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me. Cause I, first of all, I would feel some type of way, not only because you aligned yourself with the very people who was attacking us over and over again, but you've now become those people. And it really don't have nothing to do with Rhea Ripley. We're just talking about her, right? Like, I would not want to be your bitch. Hire a driver, okay? I'm not trying to be here to be driving your bitch around, driving your meth headed ass around with your sweaty ass, your sweaty ass, no dick having man riding around in the back seat, y'all snuggling and canoodling with each other, and I'm sitting up front. I gotta drive y'all around. I've been out of action for almost 6 months, and this is the thanks I get to drive your car. What's next? Shine your shoes. Go fetch your little boyfriend some chicken nuggies. The fuck? No. No. There would be no fucking way. There'd be no way. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I would be, heads would be rolling. Heads would be fucking rolling. And then, to make it clear, Raquel and them show up at the show. They show up enough to get out the car. Raquel's standing there, not saying a word, giving very much typical enforcer flunky bullshit, right? And then Liv is over here like, we're done with Rhea Ripley. Bitch, no, you're not. No, you're not. You know why? Because your good sis fucked it up for you. She botched. She came out there too early because the referee saw you, and because the ref can't and make it look like he didn't see you, he clearly saw you hit the woman. You fucked up. So now they gotta run it back because it ended in a disqualification, and technically Liv Morgan lost. But Liv Morgan played it cool because she was like, all that proves is that even when I lose, I still win. And I was like, true beans. She like, I still got Dom. She called him Daddy Dom. I'm not calling that little boy no Daddy Dom. First of all, I'm older than him. Secondly, ain't no motherfucking way. Nah. I'm not calling you that in any way, shape, or form. There's nothing about you that says daddy. Now, your wife may think differently, okay? But me, it's not happening. Kiss my ass. Anyways, she said she still got her dime, and now she got Raquel, and she's gonna be protected no matter what. Cool. And then she was like, and I got the Judgment Day. But if we gonna call a spade a spade, where was your antennas when your niggas was out there losing this past Sunday? Cause you wasn't helping protecting them. You're not doing a very good job. I'm like, what's going on? You sacrificed your homeboys and let your homeboys lose. Nobody came out there to help Finn. I mean, Finn, he did have some help from some of his Judgment Day members, but he still lost. He still lost. You might have a Judgment Day, but you might not, because Finn might get jealous of you too. I don't know. You might want to tread softly. You might want to be careful. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It don't make sense because they ain't really got into it. Don, them your motherfucking people, okay? You love your street trash. Mm-hmm. Get one of them hoes in the OC for that. Child. He said mosquito bites being a chauffeur. That bitch was shuffling them around in that damn car. Okay? A mess. Like, she the only Mexican in the group. Like, she the help. That's disrespectful. That is beyond disrespectful. That is beyond disrespectful. Craziness. Craziness. Well, Carlito is the helpless help. Ugh. Yeesh. Yeah, it's weird that Raquel hasn't Tiana bomb Dom for his troubles. I mean, I'm just, and this is not me trying to nitpick nothing. I'm just calling it like I see it. Because if we're gonna do it, then it needs to be executed with no questions asked. Why are you willing to be a flunky? Unless they are making it so that Raquel is just biding her time, and then when she gets the opportunity, she gonna turn on Liv. That's fine by me. But for you to make me be your bitch to drive around this bitch ass nigga that's been tormenting us with this other bitch for almost 3 years, you want me to be your sidekick for that? No. No, never. Never in a day. Not Judge Midday. Now, Damien said at the press conference that he was done. He said, I'm moving on. I got shit I got to do. I don't have nothing to do with them anymore. They are not my priority. And I don't fucking blame him. I really don't. I do street chest touch. I see you. She said, I tell Finn to talk to me once he figures out how to be a world champion. The tea has been clocked. The tea has been clocked. Not the PC. Carlito gives midlife crisis. I wish Carlito would just go do his own thing. I wish that were true, Damien. I hope it is true. Honestly, I do. Because Finn ain't got no leg to stand on now. Although he probably gonna continue to go after Damian Priest, he has no leg to stand on now to go after Damian. Damian has already beaten him clean, nothing. And it was on his own reconnaissance that he lost. His own homeboys couldn't even help him. So he don't have no reason to be involved in nothing with Judgment Day. Even with Rhea Ripley being involved, unless Dominic Mysterio interferes in that match in any way, shape, or form, Damian got his own shit to worry about. Period. Otherwise, he need to mind his business, ma'am. Tell him. He said, oh my God, I'm so high, apparently. I cannot. Stop it. So let's talk about the other vignette. Now, WWE was having some technical difficulties during this live broadcast, okay? I don't know what the fuck was going on, but they had some technical difficulties because they showed Cody because Cody was obligated to show up this week due to the fact that they are now moving into Crown Jewel, and Crown Jewel has a big new shiny title that is on the line, and this will crown the new Crown Jewel champion and the inaugural Crown Jewel champion. They will become the ultimate champion of champions. You see, Triple H done turned Survivor Series into a war zone, but not for the brands, just a war zone in general. Now, we want to see a more traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series War Games match, right? But it seems Triple H is stuck in this storyline based War Games, which is fine if it works out in that favor. Now, me personally, I don't think that it is always worth a War Games to have it in that capacity. Sometimes a simple match with people who are rivals but aren't exactly in a feud with everybody would be great. You know what I'm saying? And they could do that inside War Games and make it a brand supremacy style show. But that's not the way Triple H is operating these days. So instead of doing it at Survivor Series, he's going to do it at Crown Jewel, which happens to be on November 2nd, which is a little less than a month from now. Crown Jewel is going to have 2 matches to crown the inaugural Crown Jewel champion for both the men and the women. Now, this past Sunday, he showcased the men's title. This is obviously the men's title. He didn't showcase the women's title, which I'm hoping the women's title is on a white strap. I am praying that it's on a white strap, okay? Because all of the women's titles are on white straps these days. And so I'm hoping that this one is on a white strap as well, because this whole aesthetic on a white strap is calling my name. It's calling me. It's calling me. Now, Hopefully it is, and they have decided, or they have already began to market the promotion for this match. And the crown jewel matchup was marketed with Nia Jax and, of course, Liv Morgan, who she did also mention in her promo. But girl, I don't care how many Raquels you got. If you beat Nia Jax at Crown Jewel, I'll be fucking shocked. I am not kidding. I'm dead ass. If you are able to beat that lady, I will be shocked. Because there's no way. There's no way. There is no way. She said her focus is going to be on Nia Jax. Cool. Love that for you. But girl, let me tell you something. When Nia Jax gets to slapping your throwing your ass around, that's not like wrestling Rhea Ripley. That's a totally different beast right there. And I might give Nia Jax the blues. You hear me? But I ain't in no way, shape, or form ever been stupid on that lady. And I would never give Liv Morgan a matchup with Nia Jax. That is like feeding a that is like feeding the lion. You feeding a lion. I would never. But she seems to be overly confident, and overconfidence always, always, always is a death sentence for anybody who is wrestling or in any way, shape, or form in competition. Overconfidence kills you. She thinks she's protected because she has people like Dom around her in the Judgment Day, and she has Raquel Rodriguez. But if I was Rhea Ripley, shit. If I can't be champion, bitch, your ass ain't gonna be champion. I will come in there and wreak havoc on everything until I get what I wanted. If I was Rhea, I would take Dominic's ass out in the back, tie him up, and had a Judgment Day looking for his ass. And then when Raquel is out there while Nia and Liv are wrestling, I come out there and chloroform the shit out of Raquel right out there in the middle of everybody. Just watch me like, go to sleep, bitch, go to sleep. Then I just be standing there staring at Liv. She can't go nowhere. She can't do nothing. And I just watch Nia Jax just run over her ass like a freight train. And hit that annihilator. Then when the match over, I get in the ring and hit her with the eradicator and take her ass out. Oh, I'm a cruel bitch. Oh, God. Yeah. That would take me out. I love it. He said Carlito needs a direction. He could be grown and sexy. He said, I can't fucking type. That's because you high, honey. It's because of the marijuana. The weed. It's because of the weed. Not you thinking Carlito fine. I mean, he's not an ugly man. He's always been attractive, but he's not, you know. He said, I always thought Carlito was fine. Or just bring back brand versus brand. Oh my God. And the storylines can still go on. There's a way. Yeah, there's a way, but it seems like Triple H ain't trying to do it. But it's too much to go through. Oh, wait. Tiffy can cash in then. I don't think she will. If we being honest, she should have cashed in. I wish they would let her cash in last night. I mean, on Monday Night Raw. That was last night. On Sunday, I wish she would have cashed in on Sunday. Nia and Liv had a decent match. Mm-hmm. They had like 2 or 3 matches, but I don't recall Liv winning. She didn't win. It ain't about the match being decent. It's about Liv Morgan being decimated. It ain't that Liv Morgan can't wrestle her. It ain't like Liv Morgan can't wrestle her. I mean, she can. That's not the point. I don't want to see a wrestling match. I want to see a massacre. I want to see that girl get her ass tore out from behind. That's what I want to see. I don't give a fuck about them having no match. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I want to see ass whoopings. I want to see carnage. I want to see bitches laid out. I want to see hoes crying. That's what I want to see. I want to see Nia's ass on her chest and she can't breathe. That's what I want to see. Fuck out of here. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about nothing else. It was Saturday. You're right. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Tiffany had to get some shit together last week. I died. Cruel but accurate. Hey, listen. I want to see crying. I want to see carnage. I want to see borderline murder in that ring. I don't want nothing less than that. I don't want nothing less than that. And that's on period. But anyways, they got back in their car and they left. They decided they wasn't gonna stay. Y'all know Raw only 2 hours, so they can't have Judgment Day coming out there talking for 6 hours. So, which I'm kind of glad we ain't see Judgment Day today. I was very good on them. Now, we got the Donnybrook match. Okay. Sheamus went up against Pete Dunne, and they both did a really good job in this match. Sheamus did the white noise on Pete onto the tables. And that was pretty much where that match went downhill for Pete in this case. But Pete was able to recover and put Sheamus in these restraints with his arms behind his back. But child, that didn't stop Sheamus from being able to pick up the win. Sheamus pinned this child with his hands tied behind his bike. You understand me? Pinned him with his hands tied behind his back, child. I had to say, it was a pretty entertaining match. I would not have been mad if this match was on Bad Blood as well, because I feel like it fit the theme of Bad Blood. But, you know, I'm not 100% pissed off. She was like, blood in the streets, Nightwater visits, period. Just kill her. I don't need a briefcase to be Nia. That's what she said. I think you do, honey. I'm just being honest. But anyways, back to the backstage vignettes. Now, Miz was back there, and of course, Karrion Kross is on his let's be a fucking trickster today. Going back there, like, you know, you got to stick to your guns. I'm so glad you're back to your normal self. And the Miz was like, who the fuck you think you fooling here? Huh? He was like, Miz, like, do you think that this is a Miz and Final Testament type of situation? He said, bitch, we're not friends. I don't like you no more than I like R-Truth. The fuck you think is going on here? Huh? Go away. Go away. You and that tired ass ponytail, get the fuck out of my face. And R-Truth came in there and was just like, yo, big homie, like, I know last week was a mistake. And people make mistakes all the time. People not perfect. I know you wouldn't do that to me on purpose. And Miz was like, no, I did that shit on purpose. Because I'm sick of you. And I'm sick of your shit. And he was like, so you out here really fucking over our friendship? Like, our kids play together. This ain't just no friend thing where we just a tag team in the WWE. Like, we cool. We're more than cool. And this is how you gonna play me? And then here come the little devil. Here come the trickster. Don't listen to him. He's trying to get you to go back into that loser status. You got to keep yourself together. He was like, you know what? You know what, R-Truth? Since you want to match so bad, he was like, it's gonna be me versus you next week. And then you'll see how serious I really am. And of course, but what you missed in that whole instance was the Wyatt Six put up their message about who their next target was. Now, you need to be very careful about this because it can be one of two things. The Wyatt Six could be going after both Final Testament and The Miz, or they could be specifically targeting The Miz because he turned his back on R-Truth and because he attacked R-Truth and he was supposed to be like family to him. And you know how the Wyatt Six are about family, right? But me personally, the target needs to be Final Testament because Final Testament is the reason behind why people are imploding like the New Day and now currently with R-Truth and The Miz. And they're going to keep going that way. Now, the only thing that I probably would love to see is if Karrion decided to start going after Judgment Day the way he's going after these smaller groups. Now, if he went after Judgment Day and was planting the seeds in Judgment Day, I probably wouldn't say nothing because that's something that needs to happen, right? But We're gonna wait and see how this gonna play out. But next week it's gonna be a match between R-Truth and Miz. I was so oblivious to the show ending at 10, and I was so ready for it. And it was such a short show, but we also had another filler match because it was a 10-woman tag team match. We had Lyra Valkyria, the Disco Bitches, and Kaden and Katana. Natalia and Zelina Vega were wrestling against the KFC Strong Coochie Hoes and Unholy
Union.
the Unholy Boring Union. Went up against them hoes. Now, all of them was wrestling, and I would say for the most part, the matchup was pretty good. They did make it a quicker match. Usually, the match would be longer than what it was. This match lasted about 6, maybe 7 minutes because they were on a time crunch. They had to finish this match out. So, in the midst of the match getting started, you saw the gear shift really quickly where everybody, people came into the ring. I wish they would have made it a tornado tag team match from the beginning. So it kind of would have been able to move faster anyway. But they did it the way they did it, where they had the tag and stuff. So they are in the ring. They're all competing. They're getting everybody out. They're each hitting their signature move. And then the ending was that Katana was going up against Sonya. Sonya thought she had the win. Katana ended up she got pushed into the back turnbuckle. Lyra tagged in and was able to hit that crossbody, and she was able to win and pick up the pin. So KFC Strong Coochie Hoes lost, along with the Unholy Union. They also lost. So yeah. Now Bianca and Jay, fresh off of hosting Bad Blood, cut a promo because they not only have a match still in St. Louis tomorrow with Kaylani to help her contend against Fatal Influence, but they have a match. They have decided to grant Damage Control their challenge. They are challenging for the tag team titles next week. So along with the match with Miz and R-Truth, there is a women's tag team title match against Damage Control next week. So that's going to be very interesting. I was like, why not tonight? But I love the suspense. There's more room to wonder about next week. Zelina was about to piss me off. She was just standing there in the entrance with her arms up. I was like, Zelina, move. Not KFC Strong Coochie Hoes. They are shit. Them hoes coochie is strong as hell. And they always walk like they got like they legs hurt or they got a stomp everywhere they go. I don't understand them, some of them. I'm like, what is going on? Why is y'all what is happening? I'm like, do y'all knees hurt or something? Like, what is you strong coochie bitches? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Get it together. Now, the main event, everybody was worried and they was waiting to see how this is going to play out. But my mind told me that Gunther was going to win. But in my heart, I would have loved to have seen Sammy best Gunther again. And Gunther just can't beat Sammy. And they tried it again. And he finally did after Crown Jewel. But I know that this is going to lead to their match at Crown Jewel not only happening between Cody and Gunther, but Cody more than likely is going to lose, and it's going to be because of Kevin Owens. Kevin's probably going to suffer suspension from his attack on Cody Rhodes, and Cody's probably going to feel a little bit more safer going after Gunther these next couple of weeks. But once they head to Saudi, Kevin's going to cost that man that championship. I can feel it in my bones, okay? It's just going to happen. I don't see it happening any other way. Nah, I thought the same thing. She said that faction is DOA. I'm telling you. Why are y'all stumping? Why? What are we so angry about? Exactly. It shouldn't have left the boardroom. Well, they're losers. I mean, it's just that they're all losers. They have not gotten any traction as a team. And that's why I said nothing you say is truly believable. Nothing. Like, y'all can beat people up in the back, but y'all can't do it where it counts in the ring. And when you do, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Craziness. Anyways, Sami Zayn lost today, but he fought tooth and nail. And there was 3 or 4 instances where I thought this match was over, and Sami got his arm up every single time. Now, Sami could not get out of that headlock that Gunther put in, and that seems to be Gunther's last resort. When nothing else works and everything fails, Gunther always gets you in that headlock, and he puts that sleeper on, and you're out. Now, Sami was able to recover once, but once he fell, he let up. He went back to that sleeper again, and Sami just couldn't best Gunther in that sleeper. And unfortunately, Sami Zayn lost that match, and Gunther retained his title. And he seems to have, cleaned his records per se. And now it's going to be Gunther versus Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Championship. And we already know that Nia Jax is going to face off against Liv Morgan for the Crown Jewel Championship. So we're going to see a lot of show crossovers in these champions for the next couple of weeks, which is going to be very interesting. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was your Monday Night Raw. It was only 2 hours. Thank God we didn't have to suffer through The Rock showing up and calling himself the final boss every 2 to 5 seconds. Okay? But we're going to take a short break because we need to talk about NXT tomorrow, because NXT is going to be very, very interesting. So hold tight.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desire.
Close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless. Yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class. That's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games. But shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more purple rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down.
All right, y'all. Sir, not finger gang. That's some crazy shit. Oh, let me get y'all comments up here. She said finger gang bang is a bunch of losers. Finger gang bang is some wild shit. Want to be the female shield? Y'all should be fighting everybody, even Adam. Facts. And somebody has to shave their head. Nah, that's for Friday. Tuesday is NXT time, Vapo. All right, and NXT is bigger and better than ever. NXT is set to be an amazing second show on the road. They are going to be in St. Louis, which you know is Randy Orton's hometown. And Randy has a special place in his heart for Javon Evans because he's trying to get Javon Evans with the greatest RKO, which I have a sneaking suspicion is going to be out of nowhere and more than likely off of Javon Evans' finisher that he uses off the top rope. But we shall see. Javon Evans is set to face off against Randy Orton tomorrow night in St. Louis. On Tuesday on NXT, which is now a part of the CW Sports Network. Also, the tag team champions are teaming up with the Women's North American champion to face off against the other merry band of losers in Fatal Influence. I hope they beat their ass. And this is probably going to be your main event. Tony the Don is going to face off against the longest reigning and most dominant North American champion in NXT history. And that is none other than Oba Femi. All right. And the tag team titles are on the line. A-Town Down Under is facing off against Axiom and Frazier. As of lately, Axiom and Frazier have not been on the same page, and it seems that A-Town Down Under seem to have quite the momentum in their favor to take out Axiom and Frazier. But this has happened before, and I have a sneaky suspicion that A-Town Down Under is going to lose this matchup against Frazier and Axiom. And I'm going to tell you what I thought was going to happen and now has been scrapped due to the fact that Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. are not coming to the main roster just yet. With all that being said, Trick Williams will also address the audience in St. Louis this coming Tuesday. He is still your new two-time NXT champion. And we saw Ethan Page today talking to Adam and Ava because he felt as if CM Punk interfered in his match and cost him his championship, when that's not how that happened at all, actually. It's not even close. But I knew that that was the route he was going to go, and he's going to request another shot at Trick Williams championship and let this be the final bout between these two men, because honestly, there's no shade to Ethan Page, but I'm just not here for him to be champion again if we're going to go through that again. And of course, we're going to hear from Cora Jade and from Roxanne Perez. You see, Roxanne Perez retained her championship against Julia due to Cora Jade's interference. And Cora basically said that she did it because she likes, Roxanne's new attitude and the way she's been going about things. Maybe she was wrong about her friend. If Roxanne was any smarter than what she was a few years ago, she would keep her friends close, but her enemies closer. And if I was her, I would take out Cora Jade first before Cora Jade would take me out, because I still have something that she wants. More than likely, Cora's going to butter up to Jade Roxanne, and as soon as she gets the opportunity, she going to take that bitch out, which I ain't going to be mad at. Like, it is what it is. Oh, you missed Ethan Page being on Raw today. Yeah, Ethan Page went to Raw to talk to Adam Pearce because he felt like, Adam, you need to do something about your superstar coming over, and you pretty much sent him over there to be a part of my match. This is kind of your fault. So what are you going to do to fix that? And Adam was like, actually, I had no control over that. I didn't book that match. Ava was the one who allotted for CM Punk to be the referee for this match because he asked her to be the ref. And she gave the okay to that. She was like, hi, yeah, me, I'm your boss. She was like, listen, so I'm so flattered that you came all the way to St. Louis to talk to me about your match. But she said, unfortunately, I'm off the clock, babe, and I don't talk business when I'm off the clock. So this will have to wait till tomorrow. So shoo shoo, shoo shoo. And then Sexy Red came in. And Sexy Red came in and talked to Adam, and she talked to Ava, and he was like, excuse me, because she kind of ignored him. And she was like, I know you. Yeah, she was like, Trick Williams whooped your ass last week. How you doing? He was like, can't believe this. And she was like, don't be rude. Do not be rude. No, I miss Nicole saying finger gangbang. Oh, yeah, she did say that. She did say that. Sexy is funny. She's stupid. That child stupid. Red is also set to perform this week on NXT. Even though she opened up Raw today, she is set to perform on NXT. I don't know what she gonna perform. None of Sexy Red songs are okay to perform on TV. Y'all can listen to it. I'm not a Sexy Red fan in terms of her music, so I'm gonna respectfully decline. I'm probably gonna mute when she performs. That's not something that I'm willing to listen to or watch. So, but y'all have at it. It is all yours. I'm not finished shit on you having a good time. Now, WWE has announced their upcoming premium live events. These are their big ones, okay? And this is the next 5 premium live events. Survivor Series War Games is set for Vancouver, British Columbia. This is in Canada, and this is going to be on November 30th. They also have Crown Jewel set for November 2nd. This list was put out before Crown Jewel was announced. Just want people to know that. With all that being said, December 14th is going to be Saturday night's main event. They're bringing this back, and this is going to be in Long Island, New York. Royal Rumble is set for February 1st next year. This is going to be in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Then you have on April 19th and 20th, WrestleMania from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. This is a 2-night event. And the next big 2-night event is SummerSlam. And this is going to be at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And it's going to be on August 2nd. On that say August? Yeah. August 2nd and August 3rd for SummerSlam next year. Okay. So we got a lot going on. Royal Rumble is February 1st on a Saturday. Like I said, you got WrestleMania on the Sunday and a Saturday, 19th and the 20th. This is closer to the middle of the month. And you got SummerSlam on August 3rd and August 2nd. It's a lot going on. They did not mention Stand and Deliver because that is not a main premium live event. But Stand and Deliver is usually the same day as the first night of WrestleMania, and it usually comes on at about 12. So Stand and Deliver is also set, and we got a lot of PLEs with NXT as well. It's a lot going on. Okay, and WWE seems to be rolling very, very quickly. With all that being said, though, loves, y'all make sure that y'all rate, comment, and subscribe. Share everything. And if you want the exclusive content that will start rolling out next week, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and follow over to that little button that says join. And you can click which membership you want. And I have a video at the end of the video to let you guys know that there is new merch available, and it is all going to be available on fourthwall.com right now. You should be able to shop the merch currently. You can shop the merch currently right now on the website, or you can shop through YouTube. The shop is connected to YouTube as well. So I will see you guys on Wednesday when we will talk about NXT and everything that happened. I'm not going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to take a short break tomorrow. Maybe next week I'll start going live on Tuesdays again. But the Tuesday shows didn't really do as well as everything else. So I decided to start combining NXT with Freestyle Wednesday just in case stuff ain't going too well. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, loves, make sure you guys follow me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It's very important. Subscribe to the channel. Keep on pushing my stuff out in the algorithm. Keep on watching. Keep on sharing. And you guys can always catch me on all my socials. And if you don't want to join the membership, that's fine. You can always support the channel by going on over to my fourth wall and picking out whatever you want to pick out. I have stuff that is reasonably priced. And we also have some label whore type stuff. Okay? But you guys can go over there and check it out for yourself, okay? I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me rant and rave about wrestling. I appreciate it more than you know. Bye.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me, baby? But look at where I ended up. I'm okay already, so moved on this